Yeah, hi friends, Doc South with you again, and another Lord's Prayer video for you. Let's see, it was about 7 or 8 months ago. These were the only shoes I had. Okay, just saying. And again, not feeling sorry for myself. That was the shoes I had. I had a pair that were kind of beat up. I finally had to get rid of them because frankly I was going to trip over the soles. Yeah. they were coming loose from the toe end. Right. And sooner or later, man, I was going to take a dive. But they were nice steel-toed work shoes. But they eventually just fell on hard times. They got old. And I was wondering what the heck to do. And good fortune came my way. I was walking around in Walmart looking for one thing or another, and I said, gee, let me look, see if they got any steel-toed shoes. I need steel-toed for my work in the supermarket. You know, we work with these rather heavy pallets, and if by chance you get your toe under a pallet when the pallet's coming down, well, you're going to be yelling. So I got to find steel-toed. Turns out these babies are steel-toed shoes. And yet they're nice and light, and they work fine. They were like $20. And frankly, they've held up all winter long. Look at that tread still, after all these months. And they work very well on wet surfaces. They're nice and light, reasonably light anyway, and got a nice good steel toe in them. Okay, so I figured there you go. In fact, these were the shoes I wore to visit my son Burgess and Claudia, his wife, and of course little Dora, and Claudia's parents out there in L.A. And these were fine. Evidently, and also sometimes the only thing with these shoes is sometimes right in here the sole separates from the toe, and I just get a little Elmer's glue and throw it in there and it's fine. Okay. Well, anyway, so I'm walking around with those in L.A., and I don't know, one day my son says, hey, Dad, we're going over to the mall. You want to go come along with us? Well, it turns out I was being taken for a ride. Evidently, Claudia saw that I didn't have necessarily the world's greatest clothes, and she and Burgess decided that I needed better duds. And along with that, well, they dragged me into the mall. Said I'm going. You just may as well submit. Okay, so I go and in the mall, of course, they got me some pants. They got me, I believe, this shirt and a whole bunch of other stuff. And Burge said, you know, you need shoes. The wife said you got to have shoes. I said, Burge, shoes are too much money. He says, shut up. You're getting shoes. He says you may as well just get used to it. You're going to get some shoes. I said, well, I got to get steel-toed. He says, okay, fine, we'll get steel-toed. These are steel-toed shoes, and mighty nice. These weren't cheap. These I'm kind of saving for good, you know, like when I'm going somewhere fancy or hiking, that kind of thing. I forget who the heck makes these, but they're real nice. Oh, Wolverine. Yeah, well, that's a good brand. See, they even sew the sole to the rest of the shoe instead of gluing it. Good solid shoelaces and steel-toed. You could probably drive a truck over those toes. And I figure, well, there you go. I'm all set. I got all the shoes I need. Well, the other night at the supermarket, one of the managers comes over to me and he says, hey, Doc, he says, what shoe size do you wear? I said, well, I don't know, about 10.5, I guess. He said, well, I'll be doggone. He says, tell you what, let me go, I'll be right back. And he goes out to the parking lot, comes back in, and he says, here, what do you think of these? I said, well, those are kind of nice. So what? He says, these are Nikes. Would you like them? I said, well, gee, he says, and it turns out evidently his son bought them and didn't really want them. So he said, look, if you want them, you can have them. I said, well, no steel toe in them, right? He says, no, but these would be great for walking in the woods and stuff. Don't wear them here. Heck, you'll ruin them in here, you know, working in the supermarket, in the back room and all. I said, yeah, you know, I would like them as long as they fit. Well, they fit like a glove. Absolutely perfect. So now I've got I've got shoes for general work in the supermarket, a good old hike or fancy dress, you know, out someplace nice, about as fancy as I dress anyway. And I got these shoes now for just kind of walking around, and they're like wearing feathers on your feet. I mean, and yet they're very comfortable and fit just perfectly. So there you go. From having, what, maybe 7 months ago, not really having a good pair of shoes, I've now got 1, 2, 3 pair. 6 shoes. Left and right. Yeah, 3 of each. And so there you go. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. There you go, friends. God bless. We'll see you later. Bye now.